Moving on, brothers and sisters, to chapter 3. Hope you're enjoying this as much as we all are.
It's
wonderful to gather around the Word.
Yeah.
Right. It says, the hidden mystery of their calling had been revealed unto them. That's what Paul's doing. He prayeth that their faith, their belief may be strengthened.
Yeah, isn't that
You got
good?
a new one?
No.
So he's encouraging them with these words. He's giving them
Encouragement.
instructions. That's all this is. You're a man or a woman, you're reading this, knowing the right words that should be put there, and they've taken them out and put something false. It's hard to cope with the fact that that's what's been done, but it's been done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's very sad, but out of this interpretation that was made by men who were not full of the Spirit, but they were wise in the knowledge of language. So they interpreted the Hebrew into the English. So within this, we can see who Yahusha is and what he's saying through Paul.
Yeah.
For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of
Yahusha.
for you Gentiles. So this is coming to the
Gentiles.
who are,
Pagan.
and today,
The sinners.
yeah, have we been called out the same way as this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been given the gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If ye have heard of the dispensation of the
Grace.
Favor.
favour of,
Alahim.
Time of favour.
what do you want to say?
If you've heard of the time of favour
You like that? Okay, we can have that.
from Yahusha.
Which is given me to you, Ward. So he was given this to give to the
Believers.
Gentiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Gentiles, yeah.
So he's establishing them, saying that, you know, there's a group called the group called the circumcision, demanding that you follow the old. But he's saying, nay, nay. Right. Verse 3, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in few words. So
I told you before.
yeah, he's been given this mystery
Yeah.
Secret.
to give to them because of what's going on around them, all that idolatry and the mindset and the worship and the festivals, all the things they're doing, they could get confounded and confused.
Yeah.
But he's reinstating Yahusha, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whereby when you read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men.
That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This hasn't been known. A
The
new
secret.
thing. He's doing a new thing again, Yahusha.
This secret wasn't known.
New
New.
thing.
Oh.
As it is now revealed. So there must be more that's going to be revealed, knowing how Yahusha goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with our understanding of the vein, you can see where it goes to.
Absolutely.
Unto his
Clean.
Clean apostles.
and prophets by the Spirit. Clean just cleans it up.
Clean leaders.
Yeah. That the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same body and partakers of his promise in
Yahusha.
by the gospel. So where they were becoming fellow heirs, he's telling them who they are because they obviously lost it. So he's reinstating who they are, why they're called, and the purpose of it all. In those days, 2,000 years ago, when I was made, whereof I was made a minister according to the gift of the
Yahusha.
Alahim, given unto me by the effectual working of his power. So all this was not known, and it's come through him to give the power of it, to have the power. Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints,
Believers.
Is this grace given? Is this
Favour given.
that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of?
Yahusha.
So his riches are
Unsearchable.
So today he's revealing more things than he had then. Because we can just say the words that it makes sense. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in
Alahim.
who created all things by
Yahusha.
So it's really him, isn't it? This has been hidden up till then.
Created all things.
Yeah.
That was him back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. Verse 10, to the intent that how unto the principalities and powers in heavenly places might be known by the gathering that manifold wisdom of.
Alahim.
So all this is meant to be known in his day back then, which should be known today. What are you frowning about, Pet?
I was just to the intent that now into the principalities and powers in heavenly places. So we're talking about good ones, not evil ones.
No.
Principalities and powers in heavenly places might be known. So spiritual matters should be known to the gathering.
That's why.
Things of the Spirit can actually be revealed and known to the gathering, revealing the manifest wisdom of Alahim. Things that they didn't know in the past are now being.
How do you get a gathering?
Sow seeds, you fish. Yeah.
So he did the fishing, they're all there, and then he's unconfusing them. Yeah? Verse 11, is that where we're up to?
Yeah.
According to the eternal purpose which he proposed in
Yahusha.
in whom we have boldness and access with confidence by the
Belief of him.
by the belief of him. His belief through us gives us boldness and access with confidence. We can go in with confidence.
Yeah.
Receive from Yahusha.
13.
What verse?
13.
Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations for you, which is your.
Esteem.
So he's going through tribulations for them,
Suffering.
so they will understand.
Yeah.
For this cause I bow my knees unto, just say one there, Yahusha. You don't have to go through the Father and the Lord Jesus.
He's basically telling him, back a verse, he's basically telling him, I don't want you to take it personal what I'm going to say to you. I'm suffering for you.
Yeah.
And if I tell you too much straight, I don't want you to faint. I don't want you to take it personal. That's what faint means. Give up, throw in the towel, give in. Yeah. But he's suffering for them and he's going to tell them straight.
So what does that association have with us?
We let people have it.
Did you tell me all this stuff?
No, you're
No.
telling me.
Okay.
Mm.
So what do I have to go through for?
You have to
The
suffer.
suffering.
And
To give
it's
us.
passed on
Yeah.
likewise.
To
with
each
us.
person.
So
We have to suffer others.
suffer.
Go into tribulation for others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
It's the only way, isn't it?
Mm.
You have to suffer everybody else. They don't know this about themselves. So it has to be introduced to strengthen them. He wants to strengthen them. Of whom, verse 15, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named. For this cause I bow my head to Yahusha,
Yeah.
bow my knees
Suffering the whole
unto Yahusha,
Yeah.
of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named.
Mm. You're named after him, it's a new name.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That he would grant you according to the riches of his,
Esteem.
be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. His spirit in the inner man.
Mm.
That's the incorruptible seed.
Mm.
That
Yahusha?
Yahusha may dwell in your hearts by
Belief.
that ye being rooted and grounded in.
Love.
Love.
That's
Yeah.
very important. We have to be rooted
Yeah.
and grounded in love.
Yeah.
Otherwise it ain't gonna.
Work.
Yeah.
May be able to comprehend with all saints,
Believers.
with all believers, what is the breadth and length and depth and height. Take that verse in. What do you think? Because of what he did, we may be able to comprehend,
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
understand it.
understand all that.
and you've
The
said
whole,
how vast it all is,
yeah,
haven't you?
yeah.
Mm.
The whole breadth, the whole area, like it's just.
And you see, it just
encompasses-
goes on and on and on.
Encompasses everything,
Mm.
every area, every
Mm.
part, every. Yeah, that's saying it, isn't it?
Mm. 19.
And to know the love of
Yahusha.
which passes knowledge.
Mm.
So his love passes knowledge. If you're loving,
Yeah.
Mm.
it passes knowledge.
Yeah.
That ye might be filled with all the fullness of.
Alahim.
Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Unto him be
Standing in the assembly, in the gathering.
There's a plane going over. We have to wait.
Members.
Unto him be esteem in the gathering by Yahusha throughout our all ages.
All ages.
So that's bringing who into it? World without end.
Us.
Unto him be the esteem in the gathering by Yahusha throughout all.
Ages.
As Paul's telling us what Yahusha said, through all ages to come,
Mm. Mm.
till the end of the sixth day.
Yeah.
Chapter 4. He exhorted the unity to put on the new man, to cast off lying, corrupt communication, and all bitterness. Yeah, good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Therefore the prisoner of
Yahusha.
beseech ye that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherein you are called. So he's telling them they've been called, who they are, the power that's in them.
What's vocation mean again? It's not words, is it?
Like an education.
Lifestyle?
Yeah.
Vocation,
Education?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Because this is instruction.
Vacation is like it's not
Not a vacation.
it's like us, we're hairdressers. That's our vocation.
Okay.
Our living.
Yeah, that'd be right. Spot on.
Verse 2.
With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Now, how much is in that verse?
that's a lot.
What you have to do.
Yeah,
That's
that's putting off your
summary of life, isn't
flesh.
it?
Well, he's giving them instruction from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's telling them this is what is the way to go,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
That's only in one verse. It's containing so much.
Yeah.
So you can see what you can and are able to put off what you need to, what you feel Yahusha's saying to you. You know? Endeavouring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. You break the bond? No.
Peace. Yeah.
I found that in my life with us.
Yes.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
break the bond, there's no peace.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. There is one body and one Spirit,
Wow.
even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. So we all have to have together, he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying to these guys, you've got to have it together.
Yeah.
Have this be.
Behaviour.
Everything comes to behaviour.
Yeah.
One,
Master.
one,
Belief.
one.
Baptism.
So what's the one baptism?
I'd say it's the spiritual one.
Spirit and fire. It's one baptism.
Yeah.
One
Alahim.
and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. So Yahusha's gone up, he's Alahim. The interpretation there, I wonder what it says, the real words, the Hebrew words, because they've put God and Father of all. So one Alahim of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. Who can that only possibly be?
Well,
Yeah,
Alahim
Yahusha.
is above. When Yahusha is Alahim.
Yeah.
So
who could it possibly be?
Oh,
So it's in us all.
he's in us, so it's
Yahusha.
only Yahushua.
How is he
that's
in us? Through what?
his
Through his
spirit.
spirit.
Spirit fire baptism.
Incorruptible.
Seed.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
Has to grow and dominate.
Mm.
But unto every one of us is given,
Favour.
pardon me, according to the measure of the gift of.
Yahusha.
Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive and gave
Gifts.
excuse me, gifts unto men.
Mm.
Gives different gifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does that need to be quarrelled about?
No.
Pardon me. Now that he ascended, what is it? But that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth. Don't have to go into their doctrines. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. Who's that?
Yahusha.
And he gave some apostles, some prophets, and some evangelists, some pastors and teachers. I'm so sorry. For the perfecting of the
Believers.
for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of.
Yahusha.
So everyone's got different things that they can add as we all move on in one mindset.
Yeah.
But is that unity in amongst those that say they're believers today?
No.
So don't lie to yourself, face it. That's what's going on. Till we all come in the unity of the.
Belief.
So we have to be in unity
Yeah.
of this belief, of the belief. Okay? They put faith there,
Yeah.
which is sort of,
The Christian faith.
you're sort of. We all come in the unity of the belief and of the knowledge of
Yahusha.
unto a perfect man. So we've got to go through the vein, through into the quarry, and get
Perfected.
perfection means
Maturity.
maturity. You understand this word. Unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of.
Yahusha.
So can you believe that that's where we have to go?
Yes.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried away with every wind of doctrine. What's he telling them? Every wind of doctrine, all the new gods, all the things that
You
are
don't
going
have to listen to it.
Yeah. By the sleight of men. So they're lies, sneaky lies, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yep.
Do you understand what that is, Marky?
Yeah. Yeah. All the
Why?
different doctrines.
You can see that on the internet.
How are those people?
Don't get me started.
They're cunning.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Crafty.
They're crafty. They're lying in wait.
They're lying in wait to
Deceive everybody.
change our.
Mind.
That's what he's telling them, that there are people around them doing that to them for their own purposes, not for the purpose of Yahusha.
Robbing you of your freedom.
Yeah, so trying to convince them when they just want to convince you to drop what you've got and go back with them. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even.
Yahusha.
That's what we have to do, grow up into his mindset,
Yeah.
have his mindset. Aren't we blessed with what he's given us? When we look at this, we can see they're still transitioning, aren't they?
Yeah.
They haven't gone completely over, so he's revealed this in the last days.
Yeah.
And you look at the timing of how long we've got to go, and he thinks that 3.5 years will be enough to collect who he wants. What do you think of the rest of this generation? What do you think of that?
Yeah. Nice.
That's incredible. Yeah.
16.
From whom the whole body, fitly joined together and compacted, which reminds us of the
Quarry.
Yeah. By that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in
Love.
And this is what I'm saying, that each teacher should be bringing their congregation to a place where they are receiving this from Yahusha. And all the joints come together is going to edify everyone.
Yeah.
So we have to look when someone comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this person going to offer?
Mm.
And if we can see directions to encourage, well, we encourage so they get to the fullness of their gift.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Teachers aren't doing that because they want to stand over the congregation.
Yeah.
This I say, therefore, and testify in the
Yahusha.
that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. How are the other Gentiles walking?
The vanity of their
Proudly.
mind.
So as you said, everyone's going crazy.
Yeah.
And this is what these people are mixing with, same as what we do every day,
Yeah.
watching that vanity of their mind.
Yeah.
Having the understanding darkened, so you're seeing a nice person in front of you, but you know they're in vanity and their understanding's darkened. Being alienated from the life of
Alahim.
through the ignorance that is in them because of the
Blindness of their heart.
so the heart is where the blindness is. Interesting, isn't it? The heart is where the blindness is.
Yeah.
Who being past feeling have given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness and greediness. This is what's going on in our world today. You can see it manifesting more and more and more.
Yeah.
So he wants us out of all that, not having it in our mind. And this is what Paul's telling the Ephesians way back then. The same thing going on now with us was going on. It's continued through.
Yeah, it's the same behaviour.
But ye have not so learned.
Yahusha.
Yahusha's not like that, is he?
No.
If so, be that they must have had a pretty thorough grounding. If you can talk to them like this and they can understand it. Eh? So he did his job with them. If so, be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in
Yahusha.
that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts. So that's our old man. So it shouldn't take too long to get through into the vein, should it?
No.
If the vein's preached like he's preaching the vein, the truth.
Yeah.
He's still not in a full transition, is he?
No.
Right.
And be born anew.
And be renewed, it says here.
Born anew.
And be born anew in the spirit of your mind. That's where Lou gets it from. And that ye put on the new man, which after
Alahim.
is created in the righteousness and true
Cleanliness.
cleanliness. So how important again is the righteousness, the fruits of the Spirit?
Yeah.
Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbour. You've got to speak truthfully, but be cunning.
Yeah.
For we are members of one another. Be ye angry and sin not. So you're allowed to be angry, but don't sin with it. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath,
Anger.
neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labour, working with his hands, and the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. So you're not taking tithes.
No.
You labour and work, so you've got something to give.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because tithes are in the old covenant, and they were only produce.
Yeah.
They weren't money.
No.
So they've switched it all over.
To suit themselves.
What verse am I up to?
29.
29.
Let no
Let
corrupt.
no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Now, isn't he setting a task for them there?
Yeah.
How hard.
Very.
But it's not really if you say, okay,
Yeah.
no more, stop it.
Yeah.
You get through. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the
Spirit of Yahusha.
whereby ye are sealed unto the day of
Redemption.
deliverance.
Deliverance. Yeah.
Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamour and evil speaking be put away from
Yeah.
You with all malice.
and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as
Yahusha has forgiven you.
So we haven't got long. Can we have another break?
Yeah. See you back.